Panama. I love talking about Panama. We started in 2016 with one of our members and ambassadors, Annie Young, coming to Adventure Next San Luis Potosí. And she fell in love and she's like, I want to have this event here.
My first experience with ATTA was in Chile, a couple of years ago, during my first World Summit. And the slogan was, Viva la revolución de la aventura. And I just loved that. We bring ATTA to Panama in 2018 with an adventure travel next. And that was fantastic. We have great buyers for the trade, beautiful journalists, the media. And that became a good promotion for Panama in a time where adventure travel was not talking in our country.
Hosting an Adventure Next event was a very important strategy in order to develop and attract the type of visitors that we were focusing on. Our master plan focuses on attracting discerning travelers, and we are focusing on developing our destination with Panama sustainable tourism model that connects tourism with conservation efforts, as well as the scientific research that can also support conservation.
Panama was not very known for adventure travel, not very known for ecotourism. Everybody just thinks about the canal and don't know much about the indigenous communities, the Afro-Caribbean communities.
Panama is a gem in order to travel adventures. Panama offers experiences for surfers, for research people, for discerning travelers.
So implementing adventure tourism in Panama has many, many challenges, related to maybe infrastructure, educating the trade and communities that have the potential for tourism.
Some of the challenges that we face along the way in the journey working with Panama is to convince the traditional minds about the impact of adventure travel and sustainable travel. People are so used to the traditional ways of doing things and thinking about number of arrivals in the country instead of the economical and social impact of tourism.
Tourism promotes a sense of pride, community pride, because I value my story, my traditions, my ancestrality. What is really important is that these people, these communities has to be or need to be very much involved in the process of designing their tourism products.
We did a lot of research and a lot of education around the communities for guides, for little tour operators, and the product was developed. Before, the tourists would come to the Panama City and do the canal. They would not explore unknown parts of the country. People, were leaving the communities to go to the big city. Now they're staying in the communities and they are proud of their traditions and they're keeping the traditions alive.
One of the projects that we put together is the 1,000 kilometers of trail. All of the trails that we are working on are surrounded by small communities, from communities that harvest coffee. Other communities are surrounded by very good beaches for surf, for example, meditation, wellness.
We have learned a lot from ATTA, learning what adventure tourism really is, because, some industry players may think that adventure tourism is just jumping from a parachute. So I think it's that message, is education, is connecting, is inspiring, and learning to work in collaboration. I think this is really important for us. At this point, tourism is a means for peace, right? And we are living a complicated world these days. So when we work together, and I think that is something that I really love about ATTA, because I've been in events where it's so diverse, and diversity, when you are a diverse group, when you don't think all the same, you learn and you grow. And I think in today's world, we have to be more empathetic. We have to be willing to learn.
You don't need a college degree in order to make feel comfortable people that is looking for discover new territories, discover for new experiences that is going to change that tourists coming into those places, because after those visits, they have a different way to see the world.
The success is really, they own it, and that's something that they didn't before. Just the big corporations own tourism. Now the communities own it. They're telling their story. They're keeping their culture alive, and they're protecting their nature around them. So it's very magical to see.
Adventure tourism is a transformational activity, and ATTA talks about that transformation. So this is a moment. Tourism could be a conductor of peace,